What's up YouTube, this is Rambo here coming to you today with another hardpoint cutoff video. Today we're going to be looking at Raid hardpoint. As you can see, it's with my new team Envious and we are scrimming Clockwork, so let's get right into it. As you can see, once as usual on my hardpoint cutoff videos, I show a little graph of the minimap. As you can see, the first hardpoint is in the ring area on the right side of your screen. The yellow little lines are your cutoffs. Mainly you want to be holding the laundry section, which is the green area on the minimap. Mainly have an AR in this section, either looking over the flank side or hopping in the laundry window and keeping an overlook on a hill. The important part here is the line on the top side of your screen, which is down on the street. Most teams cut off this hill from pretty much on the hill itself, where they'll use the head glitches on the hill. But one thing I've noticed most recently is how if you are aggressive on that side of the hill and push through the bottom side in the front, you'll actually make your opponent spawn completely across the map on the river side of the map, which makes it incredibly harder to break once you do have full control of that hill. So I'm not sure if you'll be seeing this in this gameplay or not. We played this map a few times against Clockwork in our scrims yesterday, but mainly I think I dropped a good amount of kills this map. So regardless, we'll be seeing a lot of stuff going on. So as you can see on this setup right here, we do have control of laundry. So instead of myself going to the hill and sitting on it with my teammates, I'll be controlling this side of the map. As you can see, my teammates spawn right behind me, so I won't be just sitting there, kind of pointless, since mainly he's going to end up running right in front of me. So I'll make the best of our position in controlling this hill and try and push up and gain some more position. As I transition to the next hill, we'll be hopping on board with the minimap again, and I'll show you guys mainly the thought process behind the positioning on the next hill. So as you can see, the green area is where you want to get before you push for the hill. This is a transition area. This is your anchor area. Mainly you'll have an AR there most of the time, but as we're transitioning, I spawn river, so I'll be running up the back stairs to try and get that position. Maybe I'll probably get a kill or two in that area. And as I'll get those kills, my teammates will be spawning next to me in that back area. If we look at the cutoffs again, the optimal cutoffs are the yellow lines. The blue cutoffs are when you are controlling the hill and you're kind of it's a bit of scrappy time. The second hill is a bit harder to control since there's going to be a lot of action going on. But mainly the yellow lines are your optimal cutoffs. If you can actually get control of the middle and cut them off before they even get to the hill, obviously that makes it much easier to control for your hill players. So once again, like I was saying earlier, I'm going for the back. I do get the player in the back. As you can see, all my teammates just spawned back laundry area, so we do have control of the spawns at this point, and we will be we'll be having a much easier time pushing this. So as my teammates spawn in the back, I'm going to be pinching from the middle, mainly flanking the players that were on the hill, and my team should be able to get full control of this hill very shortly. And now we're in the scrappy section. This is what I was saying earlier. The blue lines were the scrappy time. Mainly we don't have full control of the hill yet, and we're going to be in a position where we're trying to slay our way into it. So there is 30 seconds left of this hill. We're still going to be making some strong push for this hill. Just trying to make the best of it. As you can see, I get a really nice two-piece there, and one of my teammates is actually pushing it back, so we should be able to get control of this hill. And as 20 seconds go here, instead of myself going to the window and trying to get control of that for maybe 10 seconds, I make the transition play right away. My teammates should have been following me, but as you can see, some of my teammates split the middle. So as you can see, the green area is the area I'm going for. This is the main area you want to control. If you get those spawns, you'll be controlling this hill number 3 90% of the time on this map. It's super important too. So if you can have an anchor AR player there overlooking the middle from that section in the green area, and also looking to the flank, which is pretty rare once you get those spawns. Normally when you control those spawns, your opponents will be spawning near ring number 1, hill number 1, excuse me, which is in the ring area. So, and we'll be most likely be pushing down your first two cutoffs on the right side of the screen, which are the yellow in the gym and the yellow cutting off blue car. So as you can see, I make a good push here. I get the first kill. I use a smoke to ensure my safeness in pushing the front. Let's say there's an AR player looking at blue car. Maybe he would have been overlooking that and getting an easy kill on me. So I do get a very first and second kill here on the gym area. And once I can see on the minimap, my teammate is actually flanking that, so I'm not going to be too aggressive on that. I'm pretty sure Stainville called out that he was flanking that, so I kind of gave up on the kill, as he was most likely going to give it. I got a few shots on him, so scared him into the corner, and there you go. So we do have full control. As you can see, I have a player in gym cutting off that first cutoff. He does get taken out, though, so at this point I'm in a tough spot. I get a first kill here. I get a few shots. I try and hide and jump back out while my teammate was helping me out. I get a really good second kill as well. It's super important to use this blue card to your advantage, unless you're an idiot and you make it blow yourself up like that on yourself, like I did, or not something intentional, obviously. But as 20 seconds, I'll finish up on the blue car first. The blue car is a big corner that you can control this hill for. They're mainly, you want to have a guy, a blue car and a Lamborghini, the two Lamborghini corner at all times. Those are the main points that even if you lose control of that hill area, you'll still be able to contest it for a good amount of time. So as you can see, I was running through the middle of the map, getting control of kitchen and trying to get control of hill number 4. As you can see, the cutoffs are very slim on hill number 4. It's never a hill that you're going to be able to expand your control over a large amount of time. It's really about getting the kills once you're on the hill. Though mainly, it comes down to that. So as you can see, all my players in kitchen, I call out that have score streaks. I use my Hellstorm to get the guy who's going to be anchoring the back top side of the hill, and then we go for a break. I do get the kill, and then we get 4 down. And as you can see right now, this is where the situational setup starts. This is one of the reasons why I'm not really emphasizing on cutoffs, because they'll change at any time. Mainly, the 2 main cutoffs will be the cutoffs from the hill, because it's going to come down to those kills. If you can actually get those kills while they come down the hill, you'll be able to get spread out your control a bit further after that. So as you can see, I pick up 2 kills, but obviously my teammate died in the back. Since I wasn't able to get that cutoff, I was kind of playing a bit too passive. So we will be trying to break again. Super important. Once you do control the top side, this player right here in the window, that's how you're going to cut off river the best, is from the window. If you get into that window, you'll be able to get an overlook on the river and cut off that easily. As we broke out, as you can see, I broke through the front as my teammates come through the back. Always something super important. If you just run straight down the stairs or run straight to the front all together at once, it makes it really easy for the other team to get a good cutoff, since there's that little head glitch there you can utilize to get those cutoffs. So as we go to the last hill here, as you can see, it's not implemented into this minimap graph I used, but the middle hill is in the smack middle of this minimap area. It's the tree area. And as you can see, the 4 cutoffs are mainly, once again, mainly basic hill cutoffs that you'll be going through once you're on the hill. This is another hill on this map that, another SMG player will be able to get a lot of kills on. You always want to have to try an AR on these outskirts of the hill, on the square, on the outer square, pretty much was what we call it. If you have an AR player on these outer square, watching those main cutoffs, mainly pinpointing the position the other team is pushing through, you'll be able to get a lot of time on this hill. It's one of the best hills to accumulate a lot of time on if you're able to get a lot of kills. A hill that's normally very hard to break, unless you're able to get a first kill or 2 and maybe get clutch kills like I did right there. And once you break into the hill, so as you can see right now, our focus is on zigzag and the pillars. We understood that they were spawning there. At this point, they are spawning kitchens, so we will be having to put our focus. They are getting somewhat split spawns at this point, so it's going to make it very difficult for us to control. But as you can see, some player center actually gets a 2-piece, and now gets a 3-piece, so that makes it they pretty much get control of that break. So I'm going to be using the Hellstorm to try and pinpoint a position of my enemies, maybe get a kill or 2, and understand how we're going to break this and call it to my teammates. So I do get a player on the outer square as I kill that, and a player in kitchen, so we get 4 dead again, and we get full control of ring. And now we're going to be trying transitioning back to this ring area, for control of square, and now transitioning back to this ring area to get full control. So I do have score streaks at this point, so if my team does lose control, we will be able to break it very easily. But obviously, you want to. The point about score streaks is you don't want to use them unless you really have to use them. There I do a good job staying alive, and my teammate does able to get the kill. I shouldn't have challenged that from the angle I had there. I had the head glitch to use, and I didn't. As 3 teammates die, I'm going to be using my Hellstorm. And actually, Clockwork makes a really smart play here in getting away from the ring, as I call my Lightning Strike. That's one thing about the Lightning Strike compared to Hellstorm in his open areas. The Hellstorm is actually a better usage of a score streak in those open areas. Example, on the middle hill on slums, and the ring area, especially on this map, it's a wide open circle area that you can pretty much get at least 1 or 2 kills minimum off of if you spread it out early enough. And if you guys didn't know yet, if they are in your range of shot once you spread them out for the Hellstorm missile, the missiles actually are seeking missiles and actually go for the enemy. So something important to note. So as we transition here, you can see that I actually gave up the back. The main reasoning why I did that is I was expecting my teammate to rotate with me. A bit of miscommunication there, as one of my teammates did die in the back. But pretty much I rotated towards the middle, trying to get optimal cutoffs right off the start. As I said earlier, if you control the square area at the very start of controlling this hill, or at any given time when you control the hill, you'll be able to cut off those. You'll be able to get those kills before they even touch the hill, which is pretty much the optimal way of cutting off. So every time you're going to be seeing me, I'm trying to break through kitchen. It's super important not to just run through one door. As you can see, every time I come through the side, that first kill you get on the side is something that'll make it super easy to control the hill. So as you can see again, I was calling out earlier, once we saw on the graph the first time, cutting off that pillar area and the back area will be getting you hill time. So we just pretty much got 15 seconds of uncontested time. Once again, there's about 15 seconds left. I do decide to go back for the hill this time around, just because if we get this 10-15 seconds, we pretty much close out this game and make it super impossible for him to come back. So I will be breaking from not Riverside this time. The reason why I did that is because one of my teammates was already pushing River. So if you do not have original control of that Riverside, if you push it as a team, it's not as optimal, because once you will get that first kill, you're going to be in a trading situation where what gives you the point where if you do get a kill, let's say your first player dies and you trade a kill, then you die eventually after that, they'll be able to get easy control of that. So mainly spreading your push as much as you can once you don't have original control of the transition. That's a lot of words at once, so I'll try and emphasize a bit here, try to make it a bit more understandable for you guys. So the original, when I say having control of the transition, is when you're the first ones moving towards the hill. At that point, we weren't the first ones moving towards the hill because I was the first player in position to do so, but I decided to go back to the kitchen hill. So with that being said, spreading out our focus and not focusing one area of that push is what we have to do. If we can all get our kills while transitioning, they won't get the spawns until that hill spawns. So the transition, when I say transition, it's when those last 15 seconds from a hill, once you go from the old hill to the new hill. So it's super important to not just die in those situations. Obviously, if we get the kills, let's say we get 2 kills from 2 different areas we push, those players won't get the good spawns until that hill spawns and they have full control. So it'll give us an easier time and an easier fight to get control and break that transition, the original transitions that they had off the start. So as we're reaching the end of this map, we're pretty much going to use a lot of our score streaks here. As you can see, Jacob gets a 2-piece with his Hellstorm. We're about 9 seconds out. It's been mathematically impossible to win this game. I really hope, to talk about a bit, I really hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Like I said in my past video about the EnVyUs joining, I will be trying to make these videos as much as I can. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be doing a hijacked hardpoint. I feel like I don't even know how long that map's going to be in our rotation anymore. As fun as that map is to watch with the load of action that goes on, I just don't feel like it's a viable competitive map. It's just really about it's a one hill map pretty much. If you're good at controlling underground and you get the original underground cutoffs, then you'll end up winning the game 90% of the time. But I'll see if it's still a map competitively in like a week or two. Maybe I'll do one. But I'd rather emphasize on the new series and maybe talk about different things. Maybe teaching you guys how to break hills and such when it comes down to the wire, because when it comes down to it, that the best teams are the ones that can break a setup and hold a setup the best. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, guys, as you can see, I dropped a little 40 bomb there for you guys. It was pretty cool. So yeah, as always, have a good day, guys.